you guys, Aaron here, and today we're talking about Tournament of Champions and what a complete failure it's been so far. Now, this is gonna be kind of a rant video, but I'm gonna try to keep it cool, keep it short. Hopefully, I don't know, we'll see. In the background, there's probably gonna be some random gameplay, maybe some raids, maybe some other game that I really enjoy playing. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. But let's get into this here. Let's start from the beginning. Now, they announced this event and they said that there was gonna be qualifiers, and they really didn't specify what this event was. They didn't say whether it was region based like it actually is, or if it was gonna be faction based or what it was. But everyone assumed it was gonna be like War of Champions. That's what I think everyone thought that. I don't think anyone thought it was gonna be region based like it was. So going into this, I think some they announced 40 regions that were gonna be like you have to transfer to participate. So immediately, most people I think, or at least a lot of the lower factions thought like it's gonna be faction based, and be War of Champions. So there's no point because you're just gonna face a bunch of big spenders and you're just gonna lose anyways. So I think a lot of people didn't participate, and come to find out after the qualifiers over, I think 32 factions moved on. It was, and it's actually region based. So the top scoring regions moved on, was not faction based at all. So people were pissed off about that. I was annoyed too because I assumed it was faction based. So like I was kind of hesitant on participating in this, even though my faction wanted to. So I just went along with them. Cause I was like, we're gonna end up facing like abusement park or something like that, and just lose anyways. But it's actually region based, so I think some of the lower factions were mad because I thought it was faction based because they didn't announce it for some reason. When they announced the event, they didn't specify whether it was war, like War of Champions, or if it was gonna be like something new. I don't know why they didn't announce it. I guess because they didn't want people all going to the same region or something like that. But I don't know. Very bad miscommunication on Scopely's part. Whether it's intentional or not, I'm not sure. Who knows? But anyway, so automatically before like the round one even started, off to a bad start. So then the rounds actually started, and since it's region based, it was a 6v6 cross region war, where you just go 1v1 against the whatever is in your first, whoever's in your first bracket or whatever, because it's like bracket based. And 6v6 for some reason, I don't know why they did 6v6. Should have been 8v8. And it was only like a 24-hour war. But it started late, by the way. It was supposed to start at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. PST. And it started like 2 or 3 hours late. So immediately bad vibes already all around for this event. And then instead of it being a straight up, like, region versus region, who's going to score the most points, it really turned into like strategies, like how to like slow the other region's score down. And I saw some strategies that people were complaining about on the forums, so I'll go over some of them. The first one I saw was only the top factions in the region were warring, so like the top like 3 factions in a region were warring. So pretty much like the less factions that you have warring in your region, the more chance you have of winning, because obviously the other regions will be sitting in like most of their factions will be sitting in a queue for a long time, while the 3 factions that are warring in the other region are going to be getting wars like right away, and they'll be able to score higher. So especially if I think like, for instance, like abusement park, that's like the best faction in the game, right? If they decided that only they were going to war in the region, only them they were going to war, no one can beat them. So like the other region's screwed. I'm not sure which region they're even in or not. I don't know what's exactly going on with them or any of the other top factions, but they could easily do that and they would just win automatically. I saw some people talking about like they would get one faction to win one war and there's no one queue up the rest of the event, so then they'll have their whatever like 60,000 point lead and they would just win. I don't know if anyone actually did that or not, but it's kind of a funny strategy. It's a scummy move, but it's a funny strategy. And the other thing I saw were regions were making like alt accounts in the region they were facing. So like they would have like like a bunch of different like factions of like 1-star tunes, basically like 1-star teams, and they would queue up, and like, that'd be free wins for the other region. I'm not sure how well that actually worked because you don't really get that many points for beating like a 1-star team, but points are points, I guess. Um, but that's pretty much it for like a lot of the. Oh yeah, one more I saw was this one. This one I'm okay with. This one's actually smart. But like the top faction, like the number one faction, was spreading out the players to the lower factions, so that like literally every faction you faced was overpowered. That's kind of smart. I can't blame. I can't hate on that one. That's a good strategy. But the other strategies I mentioned, they're kind of scumbag moves, like forcing lower factions to stay out for war and stuff like that. But those are some of the region strategies I saw. Definitely, I don't think this event was meant to be played like that, but obviously Scopely didn't think this thing through properly. Um, so yeah, obviously this resulted in slow queue times. I know in my region that like the queue times were pretty slow because we had more active factions in the other region. So we were kind of sitting around waiting for like in like 10-minute queues and stuff like that. So whatever. The other thing I want to talk about was the rewards. The rewards are trash for this event. It's just WD tokens, which I think first place only gets 3 pulls. They get 3,800 tokens. I don't know why they don't just do the 4,000 tokens. We get 3,800 tokens, and it's for the WD wheel, which I haven't even talked about yet, which I'll do more when I do my pulls for it, because I'm going to save it for like a 10 pull and do a video like that. But the rewards are kind of trash. I don't know why it's not war tokens. I know people were complaining about the wheel, saying the wheel was trash, but I'd rather get war tokens than the WD tokens. And then the milestones, like it goes up to 200,000, but it's a 24-hour war. I don't know why it's going up to 200,000. I guess like they're just expecting that it's gonna be a bunch of huge spenders playing in this, and that they'll hit the milestones. Which I don't have a problem with 200,000, but like you should change the rewards to match that, because the rewards stayed the same for some reason as like a regular 3-day war. So they should like increase the rewards at each tier instead, or each milestone instead. I don't know though. Um, Now, I think I talked about everything I want to talk about that was wrong with this event. Now, onto how I would fix the event. Now, the first thing I would have done if I was Scopely is I would have like crafted the regions myself instead of letting people transfer wherever they wanted to. So like get like have like a 2 week period where the factions get to decide whether they want to participate or not. And obviously, the first thing I would have done was actually like announce what this event was going to be properly, instead of withholding information at the beginning. But I would craft the regions myself, get like a list of all the factions that want to participate, and then put them in regions themselves and balance out every region. And then instead of a 6v6 cross region war, it would just be an 8v8 all out war. So you don't have people going into other regions and making alt factions. You don't have people like making their lower factions sit out just so the top factions can only war and slow down the other region's queue. If it's an all out war, everyone's participating, and you can so strategize with your region and figure out ways to score fast and quickly. To me, that would make the most sense for a region-based war. If it was just War of Champions, then you can do whatever, it doesn't matter. But I think they should have gone the 8v8 all-out war route. And then at the end, you can do your 1v1v1v1. I don't know if you do cross-region war even for that at the end. But maybe you stick with all-out war, I don't know. But for the 1v1 region-based, like I think the first like 3 rounds are like that, where it's just you against another region. They should really stuck with all-out war and just have it be 8v8, like just like the qualifier. The top scoring region moves on in the all-out war. To me, that would have made the most sense. I don't know though. Let me know what you guys think of this event though. Are you guys in it? Did you guys even bother participating, or what's going on? Because I know if you were in the lower faction, you probably didn't bother participating because you thought it was a War of Champions type event, but it really wasn't. Let me know what you guys think of this event. Overall, what are your thoughts? Thanks for watching. Peace.